Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
A continuación, Voces en Acción, el programa comunitario que informa a la comunidad latina. Voces en Acción, la verdad en acción. Voices in Action, the truth in action. Now, con ustedes, Jenny Ibarra.
Buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches, donde quiera que esté en el mundo. Nuevamente Jenny Rosales aquí con Voces en Acción para traerles la información que usted necesita saber acerca de todo lo que está aconteciendo en nuestro país, en los Estados Unidos, en Texas y en el mundo entero. Todo lo que nos afecta, lo que nos ayuda, las personas que están trabajando con nuestra comunidad. Y hoy tengo la oportunidad de tener con nosotros en nuestro show a una muy buena amiga mía, la cual yo creo que he compartido muchas tazas de café. Ella es manager de una compañía muy famosa que es a nivel mundial, Starbucks. Starbucks, ustedes conocen muchos lo que es Starbucks, los que están en Centroamérica, hay muchos Starbucks en todos lados. Y en estos momentos, Sandra, ella ha venido a darnos la perspectiva de ella como empleada. Ella comenzó muy joven a trabajar como barista, a trabajar y empeñarse. Ella nos va a dar un poco de su vida y ver cómo Starbucks está ayudando a la comunidad, a los jóvenes, dándoles trabajo. Hay seguros médicos, seguro de vida, 401k, todo el paquete de empleados, todo lo que hay que hacer. Y al mismo tiempo, cómo ellos pueden envolverse con compañías non-profitas para ayudar, para recoger libros o darles de comer a niños o darle coats o todo lo que ellos también no solamente están para dar café o vender café, sino para ayudar a la comunidad a crecer y que todos seamos uno. En estos momentos, and I'm here again, good afternoon, good day, whatever you are. Jenny Rosales with Voces en Acción. Today we have in the house Starbucks. And I have to say I'm so happy because I have coffee and I enjoy my interview with Sandra. Sandra Juarez is a manager of the store located in I-45 and Tamina Road. And basically, Sandra has one of the busiest stores in that area. And what I like from our conversation is how she caters to her community, because she's making a big impact, not only in her employees, but in everybody around the community. People look for Sandra for everything because Sandra is a very well-given person. She helps the community on donations for Christmas, for parties. She goes, even to a funeral, one of her clients, she went and donated the coffee, things like that. She's very well involved with the community, and that's what I like from every single company that come over here and talk to us, is how they're working with the community. They're working with everybody in the community, and Starbucks is a lead on this. We have Starbucks all over the world, okay? Even in Dubai, okay? So at this point, Starbucks is not knowledge. But what I like from Starbucks is that they help their employees, majority of their kids, their teenagers working, and they're coming and start as baristas like Sandra did, and they end up being managers. And they even buy their own shops later on because they want to make an impact in the community. So Sandra was there to stay. I enjoyed my last 5-6 years going and getting coffee from Sandra because I feel like I'm at home. And I even said it, and I said, it feels like, I don't know if you guys are familiar with a program by the name of Chairs. And it was a bartender that used to go, that have people go and drink bars. And whenever they walk into the door, the first thing they say, their name. everybody knows my name. Well, guess what? Starbucks in I-45 in Tamina, everybody knows my name. So when I walk in there, they know my coffee. Before I even get out and pay it, they already have it in the bar. Why? Because they cater to you the way you are. They help you. They talk to you. It is a very beautiful environment of familiarity and gathering. So we're going to go ahead and let her talk to us. I'm going to ask our producer to please, if you can turn out and put, can you put the website for Starbucks so we can go ahead and I can show you, because they have perks, they have music, they have things that you can buy, they have, they have their partnership is the involvement with the community shows there. As if you can see right now on your screen, and I hope you're able to see it, you go into www.starbucks.com, which is easy, okay? And they tell you how to join. I've been a Gold member with Starbucks since 2009. Put it this way, I've been with them all the time. I get free coffee service so often because they will make stars, and you're able to get, like, for example, there's discounts. There's everything. If you go into finding the store, you find a store, and if it's the one in your area, automatically look. If you just put any store, whatever, it will give you the amount of dots everywhere green, because they're all over the United States. They're all over every single. Can you zoom out of that so you'll see a bunch of green dots everywhere? That's only in the area of Houston right now. If I can put you on the worldwide map, there's everywhere. It's everywhere. Everywhere there's a Starbucks. So there's nothing that you can. They're what they call partner stores, and they're local stores, and they're partner stores. The ones that are inside Kroger's or Albertsons or whatever you are, even Safeway in Washington D.C. That you see those stores that are right there. Starbucks, the other thing is they have perks for their employees, and Sandra will explain that to you. If you're considering to go get a job, I'm going to be honest with you, that's a good way of starting, because they pay good. They start you with a good salary, and they let you in a craft skill. I'm a coffee person. Not everybody likes coffee. You're able to learn what type of coffees, the ground beans, and everything. They train you for this. They know the different type of drinks people ask and things like that. And having that background sometimes will get you further, like she did. Sandra went ahead and grew up with us and was able to acquire the skill to be a manager of a store. I will go ahead and let her talk to you in a couple of minutes, and she will give her example live. I really appreciate you listening to Starbucks. Quiero que vean todo lo que Starbucks ofrece. Por favor, pongan atención. Ella nos va a hablar de las diferentes maneras de que Starbucks se desarrolla con la comunidad. En Atito presenté un poco sobre que Starbucks está a todos los lados de los Estados Unidos. En cada esquina usted puede conseguir un Starbucks. Pero lo bonito de esta compañía es que ellos ayudan a la gente. Ellos se envuelven con la comunidad. Ellos a los muchachos los ayudan a crecer. Se hacen trabajadores responsables como Sandra, y llegan a tener sus propias tiendas. Y eso es lo bueno que hace Starbucks. Por favor, manténgase al tanto para que aprenda un poco de cómo sacar a sus hijos y poderlos poner a trabajar. Ellos tienen becas también, ayudan a la gente teniendo becas, les ayudan a estudiar, les pagan la universidad muchos, y eso es lo muy bonito oírlo en la comunidad. Esas son corporaciones que yo quiero traer al radio, porque simple y sencillamente nos ayudan a crecer como comunidad y nos enseñan de que podemos comenzar desde abajo y llegar a ser alguien. Por favor, manténgase en sintonía con Voces en Acción, dele like a nuestra página, suscríbase, mándenos un text, díganos qué es lo que le gustó, qué es lo que no le gustó, denos donaciones y al mismo tiempo patrocínenos, se los agradecería. Please keep watching our shows. Keep promoting our shows. Keep being part of our family of Voces en Acción. We need your support. We need your likes. We need your donations and your sponsorship. I will let you now look at the interview that I have with Sandra, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Voces en Acción, el programa comunitario que informa a nuestra comunidad latina. Usted puede apoyarnos con su patrocinio, informando, promoviendo y ayudando a nuestra comunidad. ¿Tiene algún comentario? ¿Quiere hablar con nosotros? Podemos escucharle y ayudarle. Llámenos ahora al 832-732-4744. 832-732-4744. Voces en Acción, la verdad en acción. 832-732-4744.
Hey, this is Wayne Green, your host for Radio Wayne, Spoke and More. Each Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m., I'll be playing folk, singer-songwriter, Americana, blues, bluegrass, classic country, Cajun Zydeco, Celtic swing, and whatever else seems to fit. Once again, that's Radio Wayne, Spoke and More, every Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. on Lone Star Community Radio.
Good afternoon, good day, whatever you are in the world. Again, Jenny Rosales with Voces en Acción, your show. And today I'm enjoying the day. Why? Because I'm with my favorite person and she's with me. And I'm going to tell you this, I'm addictive. I'm addictive to a certain specific type of coffee. As you all know, I was grown in a coffee country. I'm from Panama. So I used to drink coffee from Panama all the time. And every morning, in the morning, that's my first thing I do. I just grab a cup of coffee. But guess what? I've been doing this since 2009 with Starbucks. And today I have the pleasure of having a woman that is a store manager, which she started from zero to a store manager. And I wanted to talk to her about her story. Because like you all know, I'm into empowering women with girls, little girls, so they can think further down. They can do more of themselves and see stories of women that are working with the community, helping others and growing themselves. So today I have Sandra Juarez with me. She's store manager of Vision Park Starbucks, and we're going to talk in a couple of minutes about it. Buenos días, buenas tardes, donde quiera que usted esté, bienvenido a su Voces en Acción, su show. Y hoy día estoy un poquito eléctrica porque definitivamente estoy con mi café, que siempre, como buena panameña, todos los que estamos en Latinoamérica nos acostumbramos a tomar café. En Panamá somos creadores, en el área donde mi papá se crió, ellos crecen café. Básicamente los mejores cafés está nominado como uno de los mejores cafés del mundo, Panamá, en estos momentos. Y gracias a Dios, digo yo, tengo la oportunidad de hoy traerles a mi compañera de café, porque realmente todas las mañanas me levanto y cuando puedo voy. Es más, mi esposo me dice que gasto mi plata más en el café que en pagar la renta, pero bueno. Y para mí es como no solamente el café de Starbucks, sino el café donde tú lo consigues. Sandra Juarez, ella mexicana, nacida y criada, vino acá joven, se ha desarrollado, ha llegado a ser la gerente de una tienda de Starbucks y hoy vamos a hablar con ella para que nos cueste toda su trayectoria, toda su historia. Al mismo tiempo nos hable de cómo Starbucks está ayudando a los jóvenes y está envolviéndose en las comunidades a nivel nacional e internacional, porque Starbucks es internacional. Así que vamos a hablar con ella un poco. Sandra, gracias por estar con nosotros hoy día.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here. Thank you so much for having me here. I'm excited to share my story and tell you guys a little bit about my journey. So feel free to ask me any questions.
Sandra está un poquito nerviosa. She's a little bit nervous, you know.
Yes.
Dice que muchas gracias. Gracias por estar con ella hoy día, que está muy, muy emocionada de estar el día de hoy con nosotros y va a compartir con nosotros su historia. Sandra, tell us about Sandra. How do you start it? You know, because it's like, I know you have babies and you're doing 20 things at the same time, and God bless your heart. So, I, as a woman, I wanted to bring you because you're one of those Latinas that are doing a change for a lot of people, okay? And I see it on your staff every day that I walk in, okay? So can you just go back how you came into everything?
Definitely. So I'll give you guys a brief overview of my life. I was born actually in Los Angeles, California.
Okay. So you're Mexican-American.
Yeah,
okay,
I'm Chicana.
Mexico-Americana. Sorry about that. I thought she was Mexican. Sorry about that.
No, but I did go back and live in Mexico for a couple of years. So I did some of my elementary schooling in Mexico, in Puebla. Puebla, Mexico. So I was able to go and live with my grandmother there for a couple of years. My sisters and I, we went there while my parents established themselves here in the United States.
Ella nació en el área de California, básicamente, y le pregunté, porque al principio pensé que era completamente mexicana, pero es mexicoamericana. Se fue muy pequeña de vuelta para México y estudió en Puebla. Ahí fue con su abuela, las raíces de ellas crecieron allí. Y eso es lo que está hablando con nosotros en estos momentos.
Yes. And so then when we moved back into the U.S., a funny story, my youngest sister did not recognize our parents because they had spent so much time establishing themselves here that she had grown up raised with my grandmother and believed that was her mother.
Wow, tanto ha sido así el cambio que cuando se fueron a México y estuvo con la abuela todo el tiempo, la hermana más chiquita, cuando regresaron a los Estados Unidos no se acordaba del papá y la mamá, porque realmente se acostumbra a estar con sus abuelos. Entonces fue un cambio como muy, muy drástico para la hermana y volver y saber, bueno, este es mi papá y mamá y reconocerlos, ¿no? Así que fue un cambio muy bonito.
And then coming back and coming into, the United States, we went back to Los Angeles. Integrating myself into the culture, American culture now, was a little difficult for us at first. We had to, go through some schooling tests and exams to just get through, like assigned to the same grades that we were in. We also had to get some speech therapy.
Exactly.
So I took speech therapy for a while to make sure that, I had a lisp, a Spanish lisp.
Exactly.
Which, I had to get trained to learn how to speak differently, just enunciating things a little differently to make sure that wouldn't show up. But we went through that and got integrated into the American school system, continued through there. I think at the age of 9, we moved here to Texas from California. And then I miss California a lot. So going back to college, I moved back to California, to San Diego. Fortunately for me, my sister was living there in San Diego through the Navy. She was in the Navy and she was stationed in San Diego. So I got to stay with her and live there for a bit, and then got to come back to Texas. I miss my family who was here, and I needed to ground myself a little bit more with my family. So I came back to Texas, and I've been here since.
Okay. Ella estuvo muy envuelta en la escuela con procesos grandes que usualmente pasan con los jóvenes, porque yo también lo viví, digo yo, donde venimos de una nacionalidad completamente latina y hablamos completamente el español, y cuando venimos acá tenemos un acento que tenemos que quizás mejorarlo o pulirlo, y nos daban clases, a ella le dieron clases de diálogo, de cómo hablar, de speech, o sea, para poder enunciar perfectamente el inglés y comenzar a adaptarse a lo que es el currículum de estudio de los Estados Unidos. Y ella se adaptó a ese currículum. Muy pequeña tenía que tomar las clases, tomar exámenes, y así fue creciendo. En ese momento su prototipo de lo que era el sueño americano de ella, o sea, venir aquí, estudiar, trabajar. Estuvo en California, salieron a los 9 años para acá, se vino a los 9 años para acá, para Texas. Estaba en Texas y extrañaba a Texas. Y dice que tuvo una suerte que llegó un tiempo donde su hermana estaba estacionada en California y se regresó un tiempo a California de nuevo porque le gustaba más California, y estuvo un tiempo con su hermana en San Diego, y de ahí se volvió de vuelta a Texas porque ya extrañaba a su familia. Así que se ha quedado aquí desde entonces y está trabajando aquí, viviendo aquí, y esa ha sido su vida, fluctuando, entendiendo la lengua, entendiendo todo y adaptándose ella en ese transcurso.
Yeah, so speaking of my work journey, Starbucks was my first official job. I started at the airport working for the license store, HMS Host license store for Starbucks. And I started off as a barista. There's a couple of different roles in the licensing.
In what year?
Oh my goodness. I think it was 2000, 2002, 2003.
And you stayed there until when? 2000?
I stayed there. I made like 12 years with them.
So while I was in the airport, you were in the airport. I probably saw you in the airport.
Yes, yes.
Exactly. Exactly. That was pretty cool. I'm asking her, ella estoy preguntando, me está diciendo que comenzó en el aeropuerto. El primer trabajo de ella fue aquí en Houston, en el aeropuerto, en el AH, okay, con la compañía que se llama HMS, que ellos tienen varios Starbucks en todo el área de las terminales del aeropuerto. Entonces, por cierto, que creo que son rusos o polacos o no sé qué, los dueños. Te digo, ya son
romanos.
Entonces, romanos, okay, son una familia romana que tienen esa corporación allí. Y ellos entrenan a los jóvenes trabajan en el aeropuerto y ella era las que trabajaba allá desde el 2002. Y se estuvo como 12 años ahí prácticamente. Entonces, le digo yo, a ese tiempo yo también trabajaba con United Airlines, así que yo compraba café todo el tiempo ahí y no la vi.
Oh, sí, nos vimos.
Okay. I was telling her that I didn't get to see her. I worked in the airport myself for 14 and a half, almost 15 years with United Airlines. And during the time that she was working at the airport, because she was working there. So I probably saw her, but I don't,
Probably.
because I bought my coffee in Terminal E, Terminal whatever it was that I needed to buy my coffee at. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it was exciting time. So Terminal E, I worked there. Terminal C, so I got to do A and B also. But it was exciting. It was fun. Lots of fun. As a young girl, I think Starbucks surprised me in the amount of things that I learned from them. I was very shy, very reserved. And then just having to learn how to connect with people and have a conversation with people, it really helped me blossom that capability and skill for myself. So I learned how to have and create connections and just really not be scared of talking to someone, as growing up as a Hispanic or in the Hispanic community, you're taught to just be very silent, be quiet, don't speak up unless you're asked a question. But in Starbucks, it was kind of having to retrain myself. And it's like, hey, ask questions, get to know the person, find out about their life, make a friend. And that really helped me out throughout my life, and it's continued to help me out.
Ella se desarrolló su servicio al cliente, básicamente progresó durante ese tiempo porque era una persona muy reservada. Ella dice que básicamente el trabajar con Starbucks le ha ayudado a ella desarrollar su personalidad, conocer a otros, hablar con el cliente, ayudar al cliente, saber lo que es el servicio, saber cómo comunicarse y no tener esa manera de pensar de nosotros los hispanos que no hables, quédate callada, no digas nada. Ella tuvo que realmente que cambiar su switch en su mente, es decir, si estoy trabajando con Starbucks, tengo que hablar, tengo que vender, tengo que ayudar, y Starbucks la ayudó durante todo ese proceso en el aeropuerto y estando ahí. Entonces, una pregunta, cuando ustedes comienzan a trabajar, ¿les ofrecen el paquete completo? Tú comenzaste como un estudiante, ¿verdad? Entonces, I'm asking the question in Spanish, I will go ahead and ask in English. Te dicen que te ayudan, además, a estudiar. ¿Ellos te dan cursos y todo?
Sí, bueno, depende de cuál trabajes. El licensees side es muy diferente a la corporación. Entonces, diferentes beneficios para cada uno.
Okay. Basically, I'm asking her if they're during her time what she was working, Starbucks will provide her with a training and will capacitate her for specific jobs. And she said, well, yeah, specific jobs, not, depending on for licensing and things like that, she will have to go training. But, I was telling her if they will provide her going to school and stuff, she says it depends on the position that you are in within the company. Okay, that's something that all the companies do that, because I being in the corporate world, the more you grow with the company, the more the company starts giving you perks.
Yeah. Well, actually, for Starbucks, being a barista, you get the same amount of benefits. But what I guess the difference is between what benefits you get whether you work in the licensee or the corporate. So there's a couple of different ones. It just looks a little differently. So they both do offer, tuitions, but one is through HMS hosts
it's a
they had a
licensing.
different one. Yeah, and Starbucks, you know, gives you your first bachelor's degree on them. So the benefits are phenomenal, definitely.
Okay. Ellos te ayudan a crecer educacionalmente mediante los cursos de entrenamiento. Si tú trabajas para un Starbucks que es corporativo, es diferente a un Starbucks que es una licencia prestada. ¿Cómo puedo diferenciar esto y cómo usted lo puede diferenciar? Un Starbucks corporativo es la tienda misma que usted ve, que dice Starbucks con el building y con todas las cosas. Un Starbucks que es licenciado es uno que está dentro de un Kroger's, está dentro de los que están adentro de las terminales del aeropuerto, o los que están en cualquier lado que están bajo una empresa, no están asociados directamente con la corporación, no son corporativos, son licencias y esos son diferentes, pero les ayudan de todo modo al joven o a la persona que trabaja a poderse educar y poder sacar lo mejor de sí durante ese tiempo de trabajo de ellos.
Yes, definitely. So, I know you wanted to ask me a little bit about the benefits.
Yes,
and we were talking about
we were talking about that. I was asking her about the benefits because there's a lot of kids out there. You guys know that you have a teenager, you have somebody that is willing and is needing a job. Starbucks is always hiring, and people are thinking, no, am I gonna work like killing myself or whatever? You know something? There was 2 things in my life that I enjoy. One, getting into an airplane with a Starbucks coffee. That's what it is. Okay, because to me, it was like so good. I will go to Starbucks and I see them, how they treat as a family. They will treat you as a part of a family, especially when you have this commitment within your team. Your team works. I know that there's not all the stores and not all the licensees have those type. But going into the one in Vision Park for me was like, whoa, you know, to the point that I've been going all these years, and when I walk on the door, there has gotten times that I don't even order and my drink is already done by the time I'm done, I'm paying. And I'm like, wow, because they already know who you are. It's like Cheers, the program Cheers, you know.
Go Cheers.
Cheers
Yes.
in TV, that, you know, everybody knows your name. That's the way Starbucks works with you. They call you by your name. Why? Because they want to make that familiarity with you. They want to get that touch with you. Because guess what? Even if something happens in your life, the first thing in the morning, the first cup of coffee, if you're a coffee drinker, is so special for you because it's that wake up cup of coffee. And they know, all the baristas and all the staff in Starbucks is trained to the point that you didn't like it, don't worry, we'll make it better. You know, they don't even ask you. And then I've seen it, all the customers, and especially in Sandra's store. Sandra, what makes your store different from all the stores? And I've been to 20 stores, and you know me, I'll go back to you, okay? Yeah. Can you tell me how you're approaching? What is it that you're doing? Because your store is one of the busiest ones in 45. I'm going to be honest with you. You get to a point that you guys are like,
yeah.
Okay? And I've seen you.
Well, I think it's really the partners. Really, it's the people that we have there. We're passionate about the community. We're passionate about being there. We're passionate about the craft that we do. We want to do right. So it's definitely our intention. It's our goal. We want everybody to be, you know, happy when they leave. We want them to get to know us. We want to get to know them. We want to have a cup of coffee with them. I think a lot of things that we've done is get really involved with the community. You know, we invite you guys to become part of our lives also. We want you guys to be our friends. We love and enjoy being a part of your guys' routine, being a part of your guys' life. That really means a lot. And we're, you know, so grateful that you guys trust us with that. And so I for one, know that my team lives through that mission, our mission and values, right? To just create a connection with our community and inspire and nurture the human spirit. So I think we take our missions and our values and we want to bring them to life, and that's a goal that we do every day.
Le acabo de preguntar a Sandra qué es lo que es diferente en la tienda de ella de las otras tiendas. Señores, yo no sé si ustedes van a comprar Starbucks, pero yo me supongo que muchos de ustedes sí lo hacen. Y si van a comprar Starbucks, muchos se sienten familiarizados con este tipo de técnica que ellos tienen. Usted entra y muchas veces ha entrado 5 o 6 veces y saben su nombre. ya saben quién es usted. Y muchos, los baristas o muchos que te atienden, ya sabes qué es lo que tú vas a tomar. O sea, se aprenden lo que tú vas a tomar y para el tiempo que tú vas a pagar, ya ellos tienen su café hecho. Y le pregunto que en la tienda de Sandra, que es la que queda en Vision Park, en la 45, ¿qué es diferente de ella? Ella dice que el grupo de ella, todos los partners, todos sus empleados, están comprometidos con la comunidad. ¿A qué? Ayudar a que se sientan cómodos, a sentirse como en familia, conocerlos, tratarlos como que, sabiendo que el café o un trago o mi pink drink, como le llaman, el trago rosado que yo tomo, o el té que me tomo, que es medicinal, un té riquísimo, yo me lo tomo. Yo cuando estoy con un resfriado hoy me lo compro y Sandra me lo tiene caliente, ya sabe cómo lo tienen. Entonces, simple y sencillamente, ellos saben que esas son cosas para nuestro interno, nosotros nos los tomamos. La limpieza, el trato, la comunidad, la camaradería es lo que ella quiere inculcar en cada uno de sus empleados para que ellos puedan dar ese servicio y para que la gente siga viniendo. En la 45 puedo decir que esa tienda es una de las más que he visto que tiene tanto tráfico. Es increíble el tráfico que tiene, sobre todo en las horas de las 5 de la mañana y las 8. O sea, es bombardeo. Yo llegaba a las 5 de la mañana, 6, porque tenía que ir para el aeropuerto. Entonces, yo veía el montón de gente que entra y fluctúa. O sea, Sandra no se daba abasto, y Sandra embarazada, corriendo para arriba y para abajo y que haciendo no sé qué, porque ella quería que su gente respetara y que trabajara. Y es rara la gente que tenía algún tipo de feedback negativo sobre la tienda. Entonces, por eso le pregunté eso. ¿Tienen beneficios? Vamos a hablar sobre los beneficios de Starbucks. Starbucks tiene beneficios, y dime, los dentales, todo, tiene todo.
Sí, tiene muchos beneficios.
Okay, we're going to talk about the benefits of Starbucks right now, because I want all of you guys that are looking for a job, please knock on the door, because there's a lot of space in Starbucks for you guys to grow. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we have great benefits. We have healthcare, medical, dental, vision with multiple options. So one gets to pick what's best for their needs. Mm-hmm. We have short and long-term disability, life insurance. We have what's called the Beanstalk Grant, which is we get a share in the financial success of the company. So that's why we call each other partners. Because
basically you're investing, it's like us, you investing in the stocks of Starbucks. Exactly.
That's right. We also can purchase share of Starbucks at a discount rate for us. We have a future Rose 401k where Starbucks matches up to 5% of pre-tax and or the Roth after tax contributions. We have the retirement savings plan. The college achievement plan, which is always a great one. Yes. So 100% tuition is covered for a bachelor's degree with Arizona State University.
Wow. See, those are the things that we can see that are within the community. People sometimes they don't like Starbucks. I'm going to be honest with you. I have never seen why we're not able to assist them or why we're not able to bring them when they're helping our kids and our community to grow. They usually do volunteerism as well in the community. That's something else that I'm going to talk about, because I know that you guys volunteer yourself in your free hours for the benefits of the community. And I've seen it not only with your store, with other stores that they have done it. Ellos trabajan, tienen bastantes beneficios los empleados, desde planes dental, médico, completamente los ojos, tienen 401k, tienen todo lo que se llama, lo que le llaman es como un plan donde tú eres partner de Starbucks, al sentido de que tú inviertes, tú das un porcentaje si tú quieres, de tu salario, puede ser para que tú compres lo que se llama los bonos o los stocks de Starbucks para poder hacer una partnership contigo, y vas creciendo y ellos van creciendo, y eso te va dando también ingresos, porque a la larga lo hace. El 401k o lo que llamamos el 401k llega al 5%, o sea, el Starbucks pone el 5% al match de lo que tú hayas puesto en la cuenta. Tienen todo tipo de asistencia, pero tienen asistencia para educación, donde llegan a pagarle el bachillerato a la persona en ¿qué universidad?
Arizona.
A la Universidad de Arizona. Ok, imagínense usted, no es cualquiera que dice, ¿sabes qué? Yo te voy a pagar estudio para que vayas a Arizona State University y te gradúes, ¿ok? Eso no todos los empleadores hacen eso, y Starbucks lo está haciendo con muchos jóvenes. Y lo digo porque lo he experimentado y lo he visto. O sea, yo he visto muchachos, baristas. Yo lo compartí con Sandra, una de las muchachas con la que era mi barista preferida. Se casó y me invitó a la boda. Yo fui con todos los empleados a la boda de ella. O sea, yo no soy empleada. Yo no tenía que por qué ir. Pero ella era un amor tan grande que tenía esa muchacha para mí. Y se mudó a California y se casó y le va muy bien a ella ahorita. Pero es tan bonito ver que ellos, la familiaridad era tan grande que para ella me dijo, Miss Jenny, I have an invitation for you for my wedding. And I'm like, okay. It was, and I'm gonna say this in English. I had the experience of one of the baristas that was so close to me. She got married and she invited me with Sandra to go to her weddings. Something that you usually do with your partners, with your coworkers. I'm just a guest picking up a cup of coffee, but we got so integrated together. And she's in California, and she has done a beautiful wedding, and her parents, I got to meet her parents and her husband. Those are the things that happen whenever you unify the community in one cup of coffee. That's what I'm trying to say this because Voces en Acción, that's the main goal. It's going to be called Un Café con Voces en Acción. We're going to go ahead and transfer Voces en Acción show to Un Café Voces en Acción. We're doing transitions right now within our program because a cup of coffee for us in Latin America, it's like sharing time, quality time with your friends that you never see, or people that you just got to know, that you want to get to know them more. So that's what we do. So one of the reasons why I invited Sandra is because, it was a good time for me to share about her experience. Sandra, I know too that you guys get involved in the community. You help fundraising. You help in, people that are in, like, for example, disaster areas and things like that. Yes. Starbucks pitching with everything. And I know, how do you guys do this? And, is just a corporate thing, or how do you guys do it? Is individual because of the owners of the stores, or what?
No, so the company itself empowers us to do it. Every store manager, every barista is empowered to find, local places that we can partner with, that we can become a part of that community where we are at. Where we're homed. So, for instance, myself, not only do I look for places surrounding us, but around the area, even going to Houston area. We've gone to AMA, which is, a school for Latin American community to help them out. And so we've gone out to do, planting
trees,
trees, flowers, painting. We go out usually during the winter to donate coats and give them to the kids there. We've also gone out to the Veterans Memorial Site and clean the gravestones, plant other trees, just do landscaping. So we want to be involved. We want to continue to do it. We've gone out to the beach to do some beach cleanup, just all the way down to Galveston.
Wow.
So we want to be involved. We love to do these things. I personally am an advocate for being, a light in our community and being there. Likewise here, with one of our favorite customers.
Thank you so much.
And being here on your radio show, so excited for you, and just wanting to be here and continue to help you on your journey in this, and everything, be it a family event. We had a customer who actually passed away, who was one of our favorite customers, and they were so gracious to allow us to go into the funeral and even donate some coffee for the memorial. So that's just how close we were to them also, and they allowed us to be a part of that moment and pay our respects and saying goodbye to them as well. So if you go to your local Starbucks, or if you want to stop in at our store, please do come by. Any way that we can service the community, we want to do it.
The other thing is that I know that your baristas are very young, most of them, and they're so cool that they're just, for example, Jamie. Mm-hmm. Jamie is growing in my heart. Jamie is so sweet. She's, I guess, your second hand right now because she's always answering the phones everywhere, and she knows you from head to toe. She's one of the oldest ones right now, because I know most of your baristas, they started getting married, leaving, whatever.
Yes.
So you have your new staff already, and Jamie, and what's her name? The other girl, the other one that is your assistant manager. What's her name? I forgot her name.
So the shift supervisors, I have Jamie, Janie, Emily.
Well, okay, well, Jamie and Janie, both of them, they're magnificent, okay? Because they know you. They don't have to. You don't have to be asking them, because they know what to do already, and they kind of like, it's like the perfect trio. You guys, I've seen it, and but at the same time, you can see when an employee loves what they're doing. You know what I mean? And sometimes I used to tell you, I'm going to come and work over here, because it's like so tedious working in United sometimes. And I come. And of course, I couldn't work over there because I had too many things going on. But at the same time, it was the environment. I feel that your store, because of the store manager, is the one that has the lead. You as a leader have excelled. I know you're married and you have babies. How do you handle your life with us?
Oh my goodness. Very little sleep and lots of caffeine.
So you have a lot of coffee during the day, and basically,
Yes.
Okay. Your baby one, how old is he?
My youngest is 7 months.
So can you imagine? You have a 7-month, a 4 or 5-year-old, and then a 13, 12,
Yeah, so I have a 15-year-old.
15.
That's my oldest, and I have my 10-year-old son, and then my daughter. She just turned 3, and then my 7-month-old.
So you can imagine, you're a full-time mom,
Yes.
full-time wife, full-time store manager. Oh my God, I don't know how. Poor your husband. Girl.
I know. No, he's amazing. That's why. I have an amazing support system. My husband is a phenomenal father. I have an amazing support system through my family and my staff, my shift team. They're phenomenal. They can run the show without me. They know, like you said, they know me very well, so they know what I would do. And yeah, they have the same passion and heart for the coffee, for the connection as I do. So I'm in a really good spot. I surrounded myself with the right people to be able to get it all done.
Sandra es multifuncional. Sandra tiene 4 hijos, la mayor tiene 15, la más chiquita tiene 7 meses. Sandra, entre ser mamá, ser esposa, ser gerente de una corporación, de una tienda, de una corporación tan grande como Starbucks, ella dignifica a lo que es la mujer latina. La mujer latina no es de sentarse en casa solamente. La mujer latina es proactiva, y Sandra lo está haciendo. Entonces, por esa razón la traje yo hoy día, para que muchas de las muchachas que están afuera vean que se puede lograr el sueño americano mediante trabajo arduo, mediante enfocarse, estudiar, trabajar duramente, y puedes tener tu familia y puedes gozar de la felicidad de que estás haciendo un trabajo para la comunidad como ella. La comunidad, Starbucks se hace toda clase de donaciones. Van ellos, con decirle que se murió uno de los clientes de ella, y ellos fueron y donaron para el funeral café. Ellos van y siembran árboles, regalan ropa para niños con necesidad o utensilios escolares. Ellos se manifiestan en la comunidad, y si usted tiene actividades o algo, usted puede hablar con ellos, y ellos llevan, los jóvenes van y ellos se voluntarian y le ayudan. Hasta eso es lo que ella quiere dar a entender. La parte solamente de servir café no es tanto, sino también de sentarte con la comunidad, es decir, ¿en qué te puedo ayudar? Entonces, ella está haciéndolo conmigo, como lo ha hecho todo el tiempo, y lo está haciendo con todos nosotros. Y en Montgomery se necesita tanta ayuda. Yo llamé a Sandra porque yo quiero hacerme para con Sandra. Yo quiero que Sandra esté activa, que escuche los shows, que pase la voz, que sepa que nosotros estamos aquí para cualquier tipo de actividad que se necesite, propagar la palabra y ayudar a la comunidad hispana a crecer. Esa es la razón por la cual yo traigo a Sandra. Traigo a Sandra también porque quiero que Sandra nos dé un aviso, un tipo de consejo, sobre todo a las jóvenes que están escuchando este programa. Sandra va a hablar y va a decir lo que ella como mujer le ha costado estar aquí y lo que ella cree que debe ser uno para poder tener tu sueño americano. Because you already reached your American dream, Sandra. You have your family, your beautiful family. You have a great job. You're okay. you want to help the community. So I want you to give the Hispanic community an advice, especially those girls or women that are there that are feeling that they're not worth it, that they're needing that. What will be your advice?
Yeah, I think, we have such a short time on this earth in hindsight, right? We will only be here. It's a fleeting moment. And so what is it that you can do right now? Not the larger picture. I think when we start looking and thinking about like, what can I do to really, what am I going to be? We set these goals of the idea that somebody else puts in our mind, but really just taking a look around where you're at. Who's around you? How can you impact those people around you? How can you make an impact with where you're at? What can you do to help those people? If, I leave tomorrow, I know that I have done everything that I can to help out those that are near me. I have given as much of myself to every single person that surrounds me, that when I leave, my children, we'll hopefully hear lots of stories of how I helped someone out, and likewise will receive that help themselves, or lots of people will give back to them. There's a quote that I love that I think is something that stays on top of mind for me, and it's, I aspire to inspire before I expire.
Wow. You need to repeat me that one so I can translate that one in Spanish.
I think.
Ella está diciéndonos en las palabras de ella básicamente que estamos aquí en un corto tiempo en nuestras vidas, el tiempo que nos presta el Creador, el tiempo que Dios nos da. En ese tiempo nosotros tenemos que hacer un impacto para ayudar, no solamente si nos sentimos que no servimos para nada, mírense alrededor, reflexionar lo que tenemos alrededor, las personas que tenemos alrededor, y comenzar a trabajar para dar en vez de esperar a que nos den, ayudar a cómo podemos impactar para que cuando nos muramos queden digas tú, bueno, me morí, pero al mismo tiempo estoy satisfecha de lo que yo hice en esta tierra ayudando a las demás personas. Eso es lo que tú vales, lo que tú tienes por dentro, lo que tú sientes y cómo tú lo das a otras personas, ¿ok? Ella dice que tiene un logo que ella siempre dice claramente, y lo voy a tratar de traducir.
Si quieres, yo lo intento. Aspiro inspirar antes de que expire.
Ok. Yo aspiro inspirar antes de expirar. O sea, yo aspiro, o sea, yo como persona tengo las ganas de inspirar a otra persona antes de que yo expire, o sea, antes de que mi tiempo se me acabe. Muy bonito, perfecto. I never heard that one, and I love that one because it is what is true. It is basically you want to inspire somebody and do something for somebody so that person will be satisfied before you expire, because we all have expiring date, and that's for sure. So, Sandra, it was a pleasure having you with us.
Thank you.
And this is your house. I'm your host, and I'm your friend, and I'm your coffee buddy, and anything that you need. I would love to partnership, yes, with Starbucks more, because I know that there's events coming up next that we're going to be needing assistance, and we're going to be needing, and I'm going to get involved with you because I know you're in pro everything that needs to do with this community. And Montgomery County thanks you. Thanks you for every single day that you wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and go to bed at 10 o'clock at night, and leaving your kids by yourself and by your babysitters or your husband. Thank your husband, Mr. Juarez, for everything that he's putting up with. And thank you for all those great cup of coffees that you're serving the community. Even though we pay you, it's not only the cup of it's not the cup itself, it's the love that you guys put into it. Your staff, thank you. All your staff from the bottom of my heart, Jamie, Janie, all of them, names, I don't get them right now, but they know who I am. And I'm so glad that I have met you and your staff. Gracias le estoy dando a Sandra por todo lo que está haciendo por la comunidad. Por favor, vayan y contribuyan y cómprense una taza de café, porque estoy segura que Sandra va a estar feliz. Y ustedes le dicen que escucharon la radio y que yo, Jenny, las mandé. Porque básicamente Sandra sabe tratar a un ser humano. En la tienda completamente, los muchachos todos están para ayudarlo, cualquier pregunta que usted tiene. Y si se interesa trabajar, ellos también le ayudan para que usted pueda conseguir un trabajo allí. Thank you, Sandra.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. And I look forward to seeing you guys at the store for a cup of coffee.
Thank you. It was a good day. I'll see you in the next show. Bye-bye.
Esto fue Voces en Acción, el programa comunitario que informa a nuestra comunidad latina. Voces en Acción, la verdad en acción. Voices in Action, the truth in action. Hasta nuestra próxima edición.